为希望提升口语的朋友做了一个英语聊天工具，程序采用 Flask 框架，数据库用了 SQLite 来存储音频文件，音频转文本使用 OpenAI 的开源 Zipper， 文本转音频使用 qtts， 聊天对话使用 chatgpt 的官方 API， 所以使用本项目需要有 chagpt 账号的 API 授权，因为 chatgpt 官方要出语音的官方版，所以就不做 B 端服务了。不过官方的应该是会员才能用，不是会员的用户可以尝试用下这个英语口语机器人。项目的基本流程是：一、前端读取音频信息；二、传递到 Flask 服务端；三、Zipper 将音频转化成文本；四、请求 OpenAI 的 chatgpt 接口获取响应信息；五、返回文本通过 qtts 转化成音频文件，数据落库，返回音频响应；六、前端直接播放音频信息。项目启动流程：一、下载源码到本地；二、初始化项目虚拟环境；三、安装指定的 Python 包；四、初始化项目中的数据库。这里的数据库使用 SQLite， 是一个文件系统，会直接生成在项目中。五、使用 Flask Run 指令运行。注意事项：一、Flaskinf 配置文件中的 OpenAI API key 需要换成你自己的 OpenAI API key 2。Zipper 第一次使用会默认下载 Small 的模型，大概500M， 需要等待下载完成。如果觉得转换效果不好，可以到 Whisper Model P 文件中将 Small 换成 Medium 或者 Large。
I'm hungry. I'm going to the restaurant to have a meal. To eat something. Do you have anything to suggest or recommend for me?
I'm hungry. I want to. I'm going to the restaurant to have a meal. To have a meal. To eat something. Do you have anything to suggest or recommend for me? Correction. Instead of I want to. I'm going to the restaurant to have a meal, you can say, I'm hungry and I'm going to the restaurant to have a meal. Instead of to have a meal. To eat something. You can say, I want to have a meal and eat something. Instead of do you have anything to suggest or recommend for me? You can say, do you have any suggestions or recommendations for me? Quote, sure. What type of cuisine are you in the mood for? Are you looking for something specific or do you have any dietary restrictions?
I used to eat Chinese food. Can you give me some recommendations?
I used to eat Chinese food. Can you give me some recommendations? Correction. Instead of I used to eat Chinese food, you can say, I enjoy eating Chinese food. Certainly. If you enjoy Chinese cuisine, here are a few recommendations for you. 1. Sweet and sour chicken, a classic dish with crispy chicken, tangy sauce, and colorful vegetables. 2. Kung Pao shrimp, spicy stir-fried shrimp with peanuts and vegetables. 3. Mapo tofu, a flavorful dish made with tofu, minced meat, and spicy sauce. 4. Peking duck, a famous dish with crispy duck skin, served with pancakes and hoisin sauce. 5. Dim sum, try a variety of bite-sized dumplings and steamed buns. I hope you find these suggestions helpful. Enjoy your meal.
I enjoy eating pork. Do you have more recommend about pork in Chinese food? And I can't eating spicy food. And can you exclude those? At last, I want some dessert after the main food. Can you give me more recommendations?
I enjoy eating pork. Do you have more comments about pork in Chinese food? and I can't eat spicy food, and can you exclude those? At last, I want some dessert after the main food. Can you give me more recommendations? Correction. Instead of does you have more comments about pork in Chinese food? You can say, do you have any more recommendations for pork dishes in Chinese cuisine? Quote, instead of, and can you exclude those? You can say, could you please exclude those dishes? Quote, instead of, at last, I want some dessert. After the main food, you can say, lastly, I would like to have some dessert after the main course. Certainly. Here are a few more recommendations for you. Excluding spicy dishes. 1. Sweet and sour pork, similar to the chicken version. This dish features crispy pork with a tangy sauce. 2. Char siu, succulent roasted pork marinated in a sweet and savory sauce. 3. Pork dumplings, steamed or pan-fried dumplings filled with seasoned ground pork. 4. Mu shu pork, stir-fried pork with vegetables, wrapped in thin pancakes. 5. Pineapple bun, a popular Chinese dessert with a sweet, buttery crust and a pineapple-shaped topping. I hope you enjoy these suggestions, including the dessert. Bon appetit!